can a highly revered heroic act jeopardize a nation? It nearly did for Singapore, and it started with one of Singapore's most prominent philanthropists.
Tan Kah Kee,
The 1930s were a turbulent time. Japan had invaded China, and the Chinese diaspora across Southeast Asia was outraged. For many Chinese in Singapore, China wasn't just their ancestral homeland, it was home. Enter Tan Kah Kee, a man driven by an unshakable passion to help. Tan spearheaded an unprecedented fundraising campaign. 1/3 of all Chinese Singaporeans donated to it, raising over $10 million, an astronomical amount during the Great Depression. With these funds, he supported China's resistance against Japan. But Tan didn't stop there. When Japan took control of China's coastal ports, cutting off vital supplies, Tan organized the recruitment of over 3,000 drivers and mechanics to keep the fight alive. These volunteers braved dangerous conditions to transport supplies via the treacherous Burma Road. Tan also called on Singaporeans to boycott Japanese goods. The boycott was so successful, Japan's consul complained to the British colonial authorities. Tan's efforts were so valiant, so selfless, and so passionate that Singapore's Prime Minister spoke of them nearly 100 years later.
华社领袖陈嘉庚带头筹钱，并号召华侨支援中国抗战。这包括许多回到中国参与抗战的南侨技工。这就是为什么日本占领新加坡后展开了大减政，数以万计的华人遭到日军报复。
Indeed, these noble acts provoked brutal retaliation. The Japanese believed the Chinese were a threat to their rule because of their support for China's resistance. After Japan occupied Singapore in 1942, tens of thousands were executed. One of those marked for execution was a young man who would go on to shape Singapore's destiny, Lee Kuan Yew. Lee's own words bring us back to the harrowing time.
About 10 days after the fall, we were told to collect ourselves in certain collection centers. So they said, go there. So I said, I have left my clothes behind. I did not feel good.
Lee was astute. The Japanese were hunting anyone they suspected of being anti-Japanese. Their methods? Arbitrary and chilling. They identified troublemakers just by looking at their faces. Lee narrowly avoided execution. Not once, but twice. The second time, luck played its part. A change of guards meant the difference between life and death.
Second time I went out, they had changed people and they let me through. Well, I was lucky. Those who went on that lorry were taken to the beach and shot. Would have been me.
This near-death incident had a silver lining. Lee realized that it was horrifically wrong to take someone's life arbitrarily. More than half a century later, Lee wrote in his memoirs, "I will never understand how decisions affecting life and death could be taken so capriciously and casually." Indeed, Lee Kuan Yew admitted to many nasty things, including detaining opponents without trial. But he was never accused of killing anyone. At the very least, this brush with death reinforced his moral boundaries.
It's a powerful reminder that we cannot simply judge actions by their consequences. Tan Kah Kee's heroic act had the unintended consequence of putting Lee Kuan Yew's life in danger. But could anyone have predicted this consequence? History shows us that the world is rarely as simple as action and reaction. It's messy, it's unpredictable, and sometimes even the most heroic acts come with unintended costs.